Hi everyone, this is Dave from Geekanoids and welcome to another question of the day. In these videos I answer your questions that you've left me in the Geekanoids forums. There's a link to the forums in the video description. Now on with today's question, which is a really difficult one to answer because there's no one correct answer to this. But here we go. It comes from Viraj Vaz, iOS versus Android. In the long run, do you think that spreading your OS on too many devices is a better strategy than just using one device, e.g. Apple, in the long run? So you're referring to whether you could mix platforms, Android, iOS, macOS 10, Windows, etc. and whether it's better to do that than just rely on one platform. Well, I'm going to have to refer to what I do as the basis for my first answer, but this isn't necessarily the correct answer for everyone. Now, I run as a desktop a Mac Pro, so that uses macOS 10. I've also got a laptop that runs macOS 10. And I choose to use an iPhone 5S as my mobile device, and as my tablet device I own an iPad Air, and both of those run iOS. So I'm heavily vested in the Apple ecosystem. Now the reason that I've stuck with that is one, due to familiarity, two, reliability for me, and three, because all of the devices synchronise more or less seamlessly between each other. So if I make a note on one device, then it updates on the other device without me having to do too much behind the scenes or hard work. If I introduce another platform into the setup, something like an Android phone or a Windows phone, then of course I can get them to interact with each other. I can get things to synchronise across the platforms, but I have to do that few extra steps. It's not just a one-click setup, but it is possible. So for me, the choice is to just run one OS or one desktop and one mobile OS that interact really well with each other. But that's not to say that's the right answer for you. You might really like a particular smartphone. For example, I've currently been testing and just recently published my review on the LG G3, a superb Android smartphone. And that almost tempted me to switch away from the iPhone 5S. But there are certain things that would take extra effort for me to actually get them to work seamlessly with each other. That might not be a problem for you. You might be quite happy working with these different applications and trying the workarounds to get things to work exactly as you want them. You might have the time to do that. I just personally don't. So I choose, I suppose you could say, the easy option. So in reference to your original question, there is an easy option, which is to stick with one OS across all of the various devices that you actually use. That's the easy option. Or there might be what you could call a better option and a more varied option, and that's mixing and matching devices. You know, choose which device you like and find out how to get them all to work really well together. So, as I said, there's not really one answer to this question, and the gap and the lines are closing all the time. If you look back maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, or let's say 3 or 4 years, it would have been very hard to get an Android device to synchronise with certain applications on the Mac platform, and that's not an issue anymore. So it certainly is possible to really run the devices that you truly love and truly like to use. You don't have to buy the same brand and use the same OS across them all. So I've sort of given you many answers, and I'm going to leave this one open for you to discuss as well. If anyone who's watching this video has got any comments to add, leave them in the comment section below. Please do hit like on this video, please subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to see another video of mine, please do click the annotation on the top of your screen now, and also you can click the annotation on the bottom of your screen and subscribe to the Geekanoids channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all again next time.